this is another reason I don't just dump this wood in somebody's driveway. Hello, and welcome back to Hardworking Man. I'm Heath, and today we're going to talk a little bit about why I want a firewood kiln. And I'm going to show you why I want a firewood kiln. We're also going to talk about don't be that guy. If you are that guy, stop it. Please, for all of us, just stop it. Now, this is an order I'm getting ready to deliver. And it's going to be a mix. There's going to be some beech, some oak. This oak has been in this crate for over 3 years. It got mixed in, and you can see when I peel this off, there's like some of them, that one wasn't bad, but some of them have like a bunch of dust in there from insects or whatever. See that? I don't want to deliver that. Now, with a kiln, I'll be able to deliver wood that's this dry. I mean, that's sweet. Without having that, the dust, the bugs, the mice nests, all of that. So that's one of my main reasons for wanting a kiln. You can't sell restaurant grade, high quality cookwood that has the dust and the mouse nests and all that stuff in it. And with wood sitting in these IBC totes, that stuff happens. The mice get in there, they make a home. Now all that wood that mouse nest is around is no longer cookwood or restaurant wood. It is just, at best, fireplace wood or boiler wood, because who wants that mess in their house? So that's going to be huge for the kiln. Another reason, obviously, is to keep up with demand. We all fall behind. Here's another one, another mouse nest. We all fall behind trying to keep up with supply, especially when you make good quality wood and deliver a premium service, a premium product. The kiln should help with all of this stuff. Now, a lot of you might be saying to yourself, why is he taking wood out of those totes and putting it in another tote instead of just dumping it into the truck and delivering it? And the reason is this. If I dumped this into the truck and then went and delivered it, all of this debris would be in their driveway, and that's not what I sell. I sell good, clean, dry, high-quality wood. Look at that. Whole bunch of flies sort of hibernating there. I don't want to deliver pests. I don't want to deliver dust. Look at that. That's just, ugh. That's why, right there. That's why I'm restacking it. But what was I talking about when I said, don't be that guy? So, on Facebook, a lot of my beefs come from Facebook. And I actually have a couple examples of this. But the one that sort of set me off, that sort of irritated me, is people weaponize social media to try to get what they want, whether they're right or wrong. And I think that's wrong to do. And you might say, oh, well, you did a post about your Husqvarna lawnmower and Ball equipment and said negative things about them. I didn't. I shared my experience. And when both of those companies reached out to me and we got to the root of the problem and made it right, I came right back and immediately gave them credit. And that was, my whole goal with this channel is to help people. I want to help other people, and I try to stay positive. Most of what I do is sharing products and companies that I work with, that I believe in. Some of the stuff is sponsored, some of it I buy myself, but a couple things that I have used over the years, that Husqvarna mower, that was a terrible experience, and the Power King kinetic splitter. That was not a good piece of equipment. So if I can save you from making the mistakes I made, that's helping just as much as, sharing the companies I work with and the products I use. So in some instances, I will share like, hey, this isn't worth you spending your money on, but I won't bash. I'm not a hater. I don't bash. I don't see the point in it. You don't have to. But so I get on Facebook one morning the other day, and in every single chainsaw group that I'm in, I see a post, and it is bashing saw suppliers, calling them piss poor, you know, and I'm like, what the heck went on? Because I've ordered several saws, lots of equipment from saw suppliers. I work with saw suppliers. I had my own shirts made up. Sawsuppliers.com, code HWM10. You get 10% off their saws. They got free shipping on everything, good prices on a lot of stuff, guaranteed best prices on Oregon chains. I mean, I reached out to Steve. Steve didn't reach out to me. I talked to Joe from Okie Woodsman because he had done some stuff with saw suppliers, and asked him how their relationship was, how the company was. I did my research first. Then I reached out to Steve, and I said, hey, I'm interested in working with you. I'm looking for a good Echo dealer. And I talked to him for hours. He's like a lot of us. He started his business in a one-stall garage. When I was talking to him, he was at the store still. Our conversation started, I think, about 9 o'clock at night, and we talked till almost midnight. His wife was there unloading a truck. I mean, it's just all American business, and I like supporting stuff like that. He's a good guy. So when I saw that, I was like, what the heck happened? And I'm going to share that story, a couple other ones, and just say why I think it's wrong to do stuff like that. So the guy who made these posts, I'm not going to say who it is because I'm not bashing him. Whatever. It's his thing. It's his. He actually is someone I considered having a chainsaw ported by, but that's not going to happen now. I work with some good saw porters. Joe from worksaws.com, Dino Joe on YouTube, Tim, Iowa Performance Saws. I've had saws ported by both of those guys. They do great work and they're good people, and that's why I reached out to them in the first place. Like, they both share knowledge. They share information to help people. And that's what I like to do. So I like to try to work with people like that. Steve, Saw Suppliers, he has donated merchandise to firewood events, chainsaws to give away. He did a promotion with me where he was losing money on every single Echo blower that I sold. They were pink to support breast cancer research. He lost money on every one that I sold. And I sold all of them that he had. Like, he does stuff like that. And I don't know, that's the kind of guy he is. That's why I'd rather support someone like that than, say, an Amazon or a big corporate conglomerate, you know. But anyway, so this post from a business owner that is into a service business. He posts, I ordered a saw on October 2nd. Mind you, it's now October 11th, so that's 9 days. What is that? Probably 6 business days. I don't know exactly, right around there. Ordered a saw October 2nd. Still haven't received a tracking number. No contact from the company. Piss poor service. I tried to get a hold of them, can't get a hold of them, didn't get a return call. Blah, blah, blah. They're garbage. I'll never buy a saw from them again. Like, hold on, guy. Cool your jets, you know. Okay, maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't get the service you wanted. But was it worth going full nuclear, putting it on every single chainsaw group that I'm in, and he's probably in more, on Facebook? Blasting this guy, blasting his business, his livelihood. Was it that egregious of an offense? And Steve immediately responded. He's like, hey, that is my fault, 100%. We made a mistake. That's big to me. When you can step up publicly and admit, we messed up, we were wrong. He refunded the guy's money and offered to make it right with a deal for a chainsaw, and the guy wasn't interested. So did this guy ever go back and say, hey, Steve reached out, he made it right, he did the right thing, kudos to him? Nope. He just kept all his posts up there, and when people commented, he continued to defend himself for what he did. And I'm like, give the guy credit for admitting his mistake. They filled over 25,000 orders. They're bound to miss a delivery confirmation, or, you know, stuff happens sometimes. Like, you probably noticed, Rachel and I haven't had videos out or been responding to comments or emails or anything in the last week or two. Well, Rachel's mom passed away, and we were with her for the last week. by her side every single day, all day long, someone was with her. So you don't know what's going on in people's lives. So just to go out because you didn't get your delivery confirmation in a quick enough time, so you go full nuclear and just blast this company, like, come on, don't be that guy, you know? That's just, I don't get some people. And then today, I'm on Facebook this morning and I see, oh my goodness, what is this? This is a deer leg bone that a rodent, there's a spider, a rodent has brought in here and has been eating. I bet none of you have ever found a deer leg bone in your firewood pile like this. That is something I would never have expected. Now my dogs take these and hide them. They'll bury them. I use them to train my little wiener dog. She actually tracks deer, and you train them with the interdigital gland scent, which is in the hooves, and it's a stressor scent for deer. And sometimes I'll give them a deer leg as a treat to chew on, like a bone, like this bone that's in my firewood pile. And so they'll take them around and hide them. And Rachel actually found one. One of those dogs managed to get it in the house past us when we weren't looking, and went up into our bedroom and hid it in Rachel's shoes. So she went to get some shoes and there was a deer leg in there. That's country life. That's living with the hardworking man. But this is another reason I don't just dump this wood in somebody's driveway, because imagine you deliver firewood to somebody and they're like, oh, I bought this wood from hardworking man and there was a bone in it and a bunch of trash and mouse nests. Like, that's not the product I sell. So as I was saying, this morning I jump on Facebook while I'm having a cup of coffee before I come out to work, and I see one from Joe's Premium Firewood, and somebody commented on his post. Now he sells firewood for a living. That's what he does for his job. Like him, hate him, whatever. He's a controversial person, but I've met him in person and he's a good guy. But this is irrelevant if he's a good guy or a bad guy. So he posted showing one of his loads of firewood that he delivered. And somebody goes on there basically telling him, oh, you're ripping people off, you're screwing them, I gave more wood than that to my neighbor, blah, blah, blah. So what? You don't sell firewood for a living. If I gave away all my firewood, I wouldn't make money. I couldn't buy my equipment. I couldn't pay my bills. Like, why do you find it necessary to attack somebody who's out there working hard, selling and delivering firewood to people because you gave some away? Does that make you a better person than him? No, you don't sell firewood for a living. Why did you find it necessary to comment on his post and blast him, calling him garbage for selling firewood? Don't be that guy. And then another one. I mean, I could go on and on and on. This is a post I just saw about Dukes. They sell chainsaw parts. They sell, I believe like rebuild kits, bars, chains, oils. I've never worked with them. I have never used any of their products, but I've heard good things about them. But that's irrelevant, because what happened here was what I was talking about, weaponizing social media. So they shared a post on one of their Facebook posts. Somebody commented, oh, I got one of your bars, blah, blah, blah. I used it 2 times and the sprocket and the tip is seized up. This is junk. What are you going to do for me? Well, they reached out to the guy and said, hey, can you send me a picture of the bar? So this guy sends him a picture of this bar that he says he used 2 times. And it is an AI doctored photo with the wrong logo on it. They point out all the stuff that doesn't match. And then he calls him out on it. He's like, that bar is not correct. That is an AI image. And then the guy comes back, oh, I'm so sorry. My kid got in my phone and did AI to this bar. I didn't realize it. And then he sends a picture of his actual bar. He says he used it 2 times. That bar looks like it was used for hundreds of tanks of fuel, not taken care of. The paint's burned off it, probably from inadequate oiling. It's just rough. And Dukes goes back and says, you're telling me you ran 2 tanks of fuel? I'm not buying it. There's no way. And he goes, well, I take good care of it and this and that. And basically what the guy was doing is he was trying to get a free bar from Dukes. And to go about that, he was blasting them on social media, gonna harm their business, because someone else is gonna see that and go, I'm not buying a bar from them. They don't stand behind their product. They sell junk. Like, this one only lasted 2 tanks of fuel. When it was all lies, it was all fiction. Just someone trying to get one over on the man, basically trying to steal. Social media, man, it's good, but it's bad. And that's what I'm talking about when I say don't be that guy. I mean, that's about it. That's what I got for this video. I'm not going to make you watch me sort and stack all of this wood. But let's get back to the kiln. I am going to start producing once that kiln is up and running, and I'm going to do a test in an upcoming video here shortly. It's going to be one of my next videos or two, where I'm going to see how that infrared heater works for drying firewood and if it's going to catch it on fire and whatnot. So once I get that kiln working, and I think it's going to work great, I am going to start producing much cleaner wood. I won't have to deal with this. I won't have to deal with the mouse nests and the decaying wood and the pests, the bugs. So I'm going to make nice clean splits on the Easton Made Axis for bundles. And then when I get production to where I need it to be, I'm going to start reaching out to restaurants, and I'm going to bring them a sample of the wood, kiln dried, clean, not going to get all this dirt and debris inside your restaurant. Even if I knock this off, like here, where the mouse nest is, you still don't, I mean, that's mouse pee. That's going in the boiler. That's not going to a customer. So I'll be able to sell a much higher quality wood, therefore making more money for less product, because time is my limiting factor. It's not supply of wood, it's not equipment to make it, it is the time to make it. So if I can make more money for my wood more, I guess, dollars per piece, that's what I'm gonna go for now. I'm not into the bulk, you know, pump it out and sell dirty big splits of home heating wood. I want to sell a premium product that people are gonna burn and come back and say, that was the best wood I ever burned. That's what I'm going for. So I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't be that guy. If you're one of those guys, stop it. You're not helping anybody. Quit being grumpy. Quit attacking people unnecessarily. If you got an issue with a company and you feel like it's not a good company and you want to save someone from it, put a respectable post out there and do due diligence. When they reach out and they make it right, when they, you know, do what's right, and they're not a bad company screwing people over, maybe there was a mistake, maybe something was going on that week in their life. When they come back, share that too. Don't just share the blast, because you can continually hurt a good business because you're in a bad mood and you decided to take to social media to attack somebody. Just stop. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.